What marketing opportunities do you think social media gives companies?
Social media is an extension of what you're already doing with your communication channels. It's something that allows for you as a company to get closer to the target audience members that you have out there. It allows for you to build that dialogue that you're looking to achieve, which traditional communication channels just haven't really been able to master.
So looking at Maersk Group, what benefits do you get from being active on social media?
Well, in Maersk Group, we're always looking to enhance our brand awareness in all of the markets that we're operating. And what social media allows for us to do is actively go out there, build a dialogue, and really get some feedback as to how are we doing with our brand awareness? How are we doing with all of the campaigns that we're doing on both the group level as well as in the business units? And that is a really great place to start in measuring the effectiveness of everything that you're doing on all of the other channels as well.
Measuring the effectiveness?
Measuring the effectiveness in the metrics that you're gathering. Understanding that there are social media metrics that you can gather, but also the importance of transferring or kind of translating those metrics into something that is built on a business case. Something that CEOs and upper leadership will understand and see the value in.
So what are the central concerns you've had regards to social media you're active on?
Social media, of course, comes with lots of pros as well as cons. And being ready in a crisis communication situation with how you want to handle social media and how social media plays a role in that is very important. Of course, every crisis situation brings its own story and its own elements, but trying to be as proactive in approaching that as possible is very important. Having the right resources behind it to manage the channels on a daily and weekly basis is also important. You have target audience members watching you day in and day out, and every single thing you do will be measured and taken into account. So what you do on a daily basis, every single post that you put out, every single way that you handle an external media or an external fan, whether it's a positive kind of comment that's coming from them or a negative comment, is how your brand is then defined.
So what is the worst thing that could possibly happen on social media for Maersk?
Well, for Maersk, I think the worst thing that can happen is that we actually have a business unit who doesn't have the right strategy in place, or they don't feel like they're ready to take on social media, or they don't have the resources in place to do that. We're operating in around 135 countries, and if something goes wrong in one of those countries, and one of those countries happens to have a social media profile that they believe represents Maersk in any way, then that profile needs to be well taken care of. Anything can happen on social media, and it doesn't matter whether it's the official account or account that's run by an employee. You're going to be, the brand is going to be judged upon that. So I think what we've done really well, thankfully, knock on wood, is that we've been proactive in setting up the strategy. We've been proactive in alerting the organization and saying this is how we want to govern social media. And we've taken those steps well in advance of getting started. So that could be the worst case scenario, but fortunately enough, we've been proactive to prevent it.